Yo, what's going on, guys? Seth Spartan here. So guys, this is it. This is the final video, the final roll in our series, the Real 10% Body Fat series. So guys, please make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. This is the last video, guys, summarizing everything up, giving you guys all of the best information, all of it, the last of it, in other words, and really just summarizing everything we did. Going through from start, middle, beginning, everything to the end, and also telling you guys what things have changed a little bit along the way, because obviously there's been some minor adjustments. Everything has stayed pretty much, I would say, majorly consistent, but there have been some minor changes in the series, especially in terms of lifestyle. So guys, I'm Seth Spartan. This is it. This is the final video, the Real 10% Body Fat series. Wow, it's been a ride. It's been a blast. We did it. Showed you guys how to do this. So guys, having said all that, a big thank you to everybody who tagged along, watched, supported me during this. We went from 17% body fat, close to right about 240 pounds, to a real solid 10% body fat, and clocking in at right about 215, 216. Hopefully you guys have seen hopefully you guys, you watched my last video, my posing video, my raw posing video. You guys see what we look like, and you guys see the final result compared to the very first raw posing video. So guys, I'm Seth Spartan. Here we go. All right, guys, so first thing needs to be said right before we get into it and go through everything: nutrition, training, hormone, supplement, lifestyle. I'm going to summarize everything up, give everything to you straight how it is, and then talk about the minor adjustments or minor changes that we had made. Again, please, for your sake, watch this video to the end. This is everything you could possibly want to know, summarized in a very short 10-minute video. And hopefully you guys, and not hopefully, I assume no matter what, whether you're beginner, intermediate, advanced, bodybuilding, fitness and athletics, you're going to learn something from this video. Hopefully, all right, that's the point. And even if you don't, this is going to be something that you can put in your book experience-wise, as far as real-world experiences go. So guys, here we go. First thing that needs to be said, all right? What is it? What's the first thing we need to say? First thing is I need to say, I hope you guys, everybody who watched, everybody who followed along with the Real 10% Body Fat series, I hope you guys genuinely enjoyed, guys, this awesome series. I hope you guys, everybody who watched this and stuck along, I hope you enjoyed this awesome series and me going through everything, showing people how to do everything. And yeah, genuinely, I just hope you guys really enjoyed this series. So, like I said, we started with about 238 pounds, right about 240 pounds, 17% body fat. Final result, we went down to 10% body fat at 216 pounds. And you guys saw the check-ins along the way. We did check-ins about every 2% body fat lost. Okay, guys, so let's go through this. Let's summarize everything up, everything you need to know: nutrition, training, hormone, supplement, lifestyle. I know I did videos separately on all this stuff, but I want to do a really quick rerun through, summarizing everything and giving you guys the minor changes, because we've had some minor changes. The major elements have stayed the same, and I guess besides that, guys, I really just want to put this all into one easy to watch video, just in case, for the people that aren't going to go watch all of my series A to Z. So guys, let's get started. Number one, what do we got to talk about? Number one is none other than nutrition. So 3 stages to my diet plan. All right, my nutrition unleashed. Stage 1, carnivore plus fruit plus vegetables. You can eat unlimited carnivore, unlimited fruit, unlimited vegetables. That's stage 1. When body fat stopped, then we progressed to stage 2. Stage 2 is none other than carnivore plus fruit. And when body fat stopped coming off, then we progressed to stage 3, which is carnivore only. For this series, and I talked about this already, Stage 1, I lost quite a bit of weight and quite a bit of fat, and then I progressed to stage 2. And guys, I didn't have to go past stage 2, carnivore plus fruit, to get to a real 10% body fat. Okay, so what I did was I employed some fasting in there, a little bit of fasting, and also timing with my fruit. Long story short, basically did carnivore or a leaner carnivore diet until the evening or before bed. I added in whatever fruit, you know, maybe 1 to 3 pieces of fruit, and that got me to 10%, no problem. And it also let me keep some glycogen stores full in my muscles, and also my liver. Slept much better. One thing I've noticed, guys, is, and maybe this is just me personally, but when I've done in the past just carnivore, I feel great, but the problem is my sleep takes a little bit of a hit when I do just carnivore with no carbs, especially before bed. It seems to me, and you know, everybody needs to experiment for themselves. Some people don't have this problem, but for me, I notice just having a little bit of fruit before bed, you know, 1-2 pieces of fruit before bed, I sleep way better. And I feel better in general. So that's what we did. There's 3 stages, I already listed them, and we only had to go to stage 2, carnivore plus fruit, to get the job done. Moving on into training. I talked about this already in my videos for this series, but for training, guys, all we had to do was we trained everything once hardcore every 8 days. So everything once every 8 days, 3 days on, 1 day off. So this is the split, and you guys who have followed this series already know what I'm going to say. So day number 1, we did squats, and that's basically obviously quad dominant. You know, if you squat hardcore, and that's one thing I want to note, guys, with this. So with this, everything we did was maximum extreme intensity. Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman, extreme intensity, 100% to failure, yeah, so extreme intensity, all the sets, working sets, 100% to failure, and low volume, okay? So, and just get in, get out kind of thing. So, so day 1, squats. That's all we did was squat. 100%, all the way up, all the way down, squats to failure, between 10 and 15 reps. That's really a sweet spot for maximum muscle mass, is 10 to 15 reps. And if you train long enough, you'll see this for yourself. So day 1, squats, and that's it. 2 to 3 sets. I already gave the rep range, and when they're done, okay? Usually it was just 2 sets and I'm shot. Unless I had a bad set, then I would do a third, but 2 sets was enough and I would leave. And you guys have watched my squat sets. I go to actual failure, all right? It's amazing how that works. And you know, people ask, well, why didn't you do anything else for your quads? Because I didn't need to. If you squat full range of motion, all the way up, all the way down, 100% to absolute failure, if you do that 2 sets, you're going to be having trouble leaving the gym. You're going to be sore. What's the point in going and doing leg extension or something inferior to that? There's really not. So day 1, squats. It's quad focused. Day 2, biceps, just alone. And it's like eating cake, guys, doing biceps after legs. It's nice. It's not like a rest day, but it's nice after doing something so hard. You do something easier. So started out with heavy bicep curls, 10 to 15 reps, 2 or 3 sets, do or die to failure again. I would do that barbell in the squat rack. You know, I think I've earned it. I think I've earned my right to do barbell curls in the squat rack. So that's what we did, 2 to 3 sets, and then we would do, you know, a couple sets, maybe 2 to 3, even sometimes up to 5 sets. But typically, if I do it all out, 2 to 3 sets on preacher curl machine. I like the preacher curl machine a little bit better than the preacher curl free weight, although both will suffice. Close grip, typically more of a close grip. And that's it for biceps. For day number 3, chest and shoulders. The best thing I can tell you guys is just what I did, and if you need more, then just feel free, guys, to increase the volume. What I ended up doing was, for training, let's see, chest and shoulders, all out, 1 set death bench on flat bench, 10 to 15 reps, 1 all out set death bench incline bench press. These are all barbell, by the way. And then 1 death bench set all out. Well, sometimes all out, otherwise a spotter, and just go to failure on decline. Decline's a little bit more dangerous because if something happens, it's going on your neck, right? And then I would do shoulder press, usually hammer strength shoulder press, plate loaded, good machine. Otherwise dumbbells are fine. And then I would do lateral dumbbell raise, again, all these things to failure. So really I'm only doing for flat, incline, decline, and shoulder press, one all out Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman set, you know, absolute failure, and just move on. Just move on. And with laterals, I wasn't able to exhaust them in 1 or 2 sets, so typically I did 3 or 4. Okay, it just, you know, you got to go by feel. When they're done, they're done. Because, and how do you know when they're done? When your strength goes down, you're done. Move on. Okay, and then day number 4 is off day. Hams and calves. Hamstrings and calves is day number 5. For hamstrings, I only did laying hamstring curl. Laying hamstring curl. Why? There's nothing better than laying hamstring curl if we're trying to work our hamstrings directly. And guys, in all honesty, my hamstrings were almost always sore, or a little bit sore, from doing squats all the way up, all the way down to failure. You're gonna feel your hamstrings from doing squats, hardcore to failure. I still feel them a little bit right now, okay guys? Laying hamstring curl, anywhere from, I'm just gonna say 2 to 4 sets, maybe 2 to 5, but if you do it right, you really don't need to do more than 2 or 3 sets, you know. Let's see here. Then for calves, the best thing for calves is standing calf raise machine. Some machines are hit or miss. I show you guys in my training video which one I use, and really you just pummel them again to failure until they're done. And typically, since I'm only doing 1 exercise, I'm gonna do a little bit more, maybe anywhere from 3 to 6 sets, okay? Again, once strength starts going down, then you're done, okay? Easy. Day number 6 was back, and this is where one of the small minor changes is. So for back, I would do, again, all hardcore to failure, all out sets. I would do pull downs, just regular lat pull downs, 10 to 15 reps. Again, that's the sweet spot for everything, guys. Every muscle group, that's the sweet spot. Whoa. Okay, yeah, so 10 to 15 reps, 2 to 4 sets, all out. Again, when your strength goes down, you're done. But then I would move on to high row, chest supported high row. That would be on a hammer strength machine, hands out here, high row, just like this. I did that, again, 10 to 15 reps, absolute failure, 2 to 4 sets. And then I would do low row, 1 arm low row like this on the same machine. You can do that, the hammer strength plate loaded, 1 arm. Why? Because doing 2 arm up on the machine just doesn't feel right. So same thing, 2 to 4 sets, and all out to failure, 10 to 15 reps, and that's it. So 3 exercises for back, do or die, and that's pretty much all you need. I realized after years and years of training that I cannot deadlift 100% to failure in the same week I 100% squat to failure. I just can't do it. So, and I'm glad, because I made a lot more progress just doing, just picking one, in this case squats, because that is the superior muscle builder, guys. All right, so that's what we did for back, and this is where the minor change was, is that instead of, we used to do traps after back, and I just found, you know, after a real good push on back, I'm done, I'm shot. It's too much. So what I did was I offloaded traps onto day number 7, which was triceps originally, triceps and abs. Okay, so day number 7, triceps, abs, traps. So what I did was triceps, I started with push downs, nothing wrong with them. I show that in my training video. And what I've done is I've stopped doing push downs, and instead I've been doing overhead triceps extension. Okay, so I talk about this in my training video too. I told them that the best machine you can use is a Body Master overhead tricep press machine, but you know, most gyms don't have that machine, and I had difficulty replicating that until recently. So now what I'm doing is I'm using an easy curl bar. Okay, so either do push downs like I show you guys in my training video, all out to failure, as many sets as you need, again, 10 to 15 reps. Otherwise, what you can do is you can, as long as you have a spotter, someone who's strong, a strong spotter. Okay, that's missing a lot nowadays. But if you have a strong spotter, guys, ooh, my muscles look good in this sun. well, they look good in general. I'm lean, so everything looks good, right? So, yeah. So for triceps, you got a good spotter. What's going to be, in my opinion, even more beneficial is get an easy bar. You do your warm-ups, and you're going to grab it about shoulder, maybe a little closer than shoulder width, and you come down back behind your head and just straight press up, okay? And the angle on you're going to set up an angled bench right about this angle, okay? So. And if you guys watch some of my YouTube shorts, I do these in there. So just scroll through my YouTube shorts if you want to see what I'm doing. So that typically 2 to 4 sets, 10 to 15 reps, all out to failure again. And then I would do traps next, because remember the minor change, guys, was that we flipped it from doing it on back day to with triceps and abs, okay? Just because it was too much doing everything back by itself. So we did, let's see here. We did triceps, what I described. Then we did traps, dumbbell traps. I show you guys how to do this in my video. All out to failure, almost always 3 sets. Okay, almost always 3 sets. I just felt like that was the sweet spot for me. And then after that, I did abs, and I show you guys how to do abs in my video. Crank up the decline bench as high as you can. Get on there. And, you know, put your hands on top of your head, not behind, so you're not pulling your neck forward, but just on top of your head. And then keep your fingers on your head and just go until you absolutely fail out. Go watch my video. And, you know, you should only need 1 or 2 sets, and that's going to completely toast the top to the bottom abs. You get all of the abs in one go, minus, obviously, direct activation, direct stimulation of the obliques, which we can argue how much is that necessary. And even if it is necessary, we want to argue that what machine you're going to do to completely destroy the obliques in one go. I found that it's kind of an awkward muscle group to directly work. Having said all that, kind of like forearms, okay? But having said all that, that's what we did. And then day number 8 is off, okay? Day number 8 is an off day. So guys, that's it for training. Let us move on, okay? Let's move on. Yeah, what's going on, guys? Seth Spartan here, and we are back. Sorry, ran out of space on my phone. I've been taking a lot of footage, a lot of videos, and guess what? Obviously, I did not delete enough stuff. So here we are, guys, back with hormones. Okay, let's try this again, okay? So what do we do hormone-wise? We did, and guys, obviously, everything here that I was taking hormone-wise is prescribed to me, doctor-prescribed, pharmaceutical grade, from the Testosterone and Hormone Replacement Clinic I work for, Prometheus HRT. Sign up and use my referral code Spartan or Seth Spartan to save some cash, okay? All right, so hormones. What do? We talked about nutrition, we talked about training, hormones. Number 1, testosterone. Okay, so what I did was testosterone cypionate, 250 milligrams per week, okay? And for the people who want specifics, we did every other day injections, okay? Every other day injections using specifically a 29 gauge half-inch insulin syringe. And why? Less scar tissue, less problems, less pain, and the reason every other day is because more stable blood levels, okay? I felt better doing that. Every day is just too much for me. You know, some people like that. You can do that. You can do whatever you want, guys. You know, just talk to your doctor beforehand. Typically, guys, when you go to a testosterone replacement clinic, what they're going to advise is, most of them are going to advise twice a week injections, like Monday and Thursday. Well, you know, I don't like using these bigger syringes and leaving lots of scar tissue, okay? I don't like that, and I don't like more of the up and downs. I feel it. So what I like doing, and my doctor said, yeah, if you feel good, do it. So what I do is 250 milligrams testosterone cypionate per week, every other day shots, 29 gauge, that's small, half-inch. I'm lean. I've always kind of had lean quads, so I just do that right down the center muscle of the quads. I don't remember what the name is. I've been out of anatomy class for a while. So anyways, that's what we did for testosterone, and that puts my testosterone level to the very peak or slightly over the top of the range, fluctuating between, 1,300, 1,400. Top of the range is 1,200. No big deal, all right? So we call that Superman TRT, or high dose testosterone replacement. Okay, let's see here. Moving on to HGH. So that's number 1 thing I was taking. Again, prescription grade, pharmaceutical grade. through my clinic. And number 2 was for hormones was for HGH replacement. My natural HGH level is too high. You know, I'm a healthy 27-year-old male. My HGH level it's not great. It's good though. I have a good HGH level, natural HGH level. However, it's not where it was when I was 18. All right, it's not peaking up 350 to 400 IGF-1 level. All right, so what we did to bring it up was instead of synthetic HGH, what you don't want to use really until your HGH production is or rather, you don't want to use that unless your body just doesn't like producing HGH anymore, unless that's just the pituitary is just not having it. So what we did was ipamorelin, CJC 1295 DAC, both compounds come in a combination vial, and I was doing 200 micrograms to 300 micrograms every day. I started the series off doing more of 200, ended with more of 300, just because the CJC 1295 DAC builds up in your system, and it's worth building it up a little bit more, guys. You're gonna have a lot more HGH release over the long period of time. And then the nice thing is the ipamorelin desensitizes a bit, that it doesn't give you the hunger. You're going to have a little bit of hunger with ipamorelin. That's just the way it is. It's not a lot, but there is going to be some. You take a 200, 300 microgram shot, you're going to have a little bit of hunger. Not a big deal though. Let's see here, what else? So that's what I did for high dose testosterone replacement, and also high dose HGH replacement to get my levels to the very top or slightly over. Let's see here, supplements wise. What do we do supplements wise? Now stick around, this is important, guys. So we started out, I don't remember what I told you guys starting out, honestly, because I've tweaked things. This is another one of those things, guys, that we changed a little bit. We made a minor change to. What I started doing at the end, what I've done at the end was this. Creatine monohydrate, okay? My stuff, the best stuff you'll ever use. And if you don't believe me, get a bag and you'll see what it's like using 99.9% purity creatine monohydrate versus this other trash from GNC or Optimum Nutrition. Why? Because their stuff is like sand. It doesn't dissolve, it doesn't absorb. My stuff is la crema de crop, okay? And if you guys who have bought a bag, you already know what I'm talking about. So thank you for that. And if you want that, type in SethSpartan.com into Amazon, all one word, and you can buy the best creatine and whey protein dirt cheap, okay? All right, moving on. So what I did was creatine monohydrate, 5 to 7 grams pre-workout, and that's it. That's it. And why did I stop doing a post-workout? Mainly because I'm eating pounds and pounds of meat a day, so I'm getting quite a bit of creatine in my diet right now, okay? So, you know, 5 to 7 grams pre-workout is plenty. And I talked to you guys about this already, is that there is a benefit doing creatine pre-workout versus post-workout, because if you want it in your bloodstream available, not only do you want to get it in the muscles, right, but you also, there's a benefit, a performance, stamina, and endurance benefit to having creatine in the bloodstream available to be grabbed immediately for ATP. I've noticed this, and this is not in any medical studies, but guys, I've noticed this, that I am stronger, faster, have more energy if I take my creatine pre-workout versus post. And no, it's not placebo. Do it for a while, you'll see what I mean. Just cycle between it. There is a benefit to having it available for instant use also in the bloodstream, okay? All right, so creatine 5 to 7 grams pre-workout. Next supplement is vitamin C, 1,000 milligrams pre-workout and 1,000 milligrams post-workout. And this will also help the creatine dissolve better, guys. Not that it dissolves badly, but it'll dissolve faster because it's a little bit of acidic. So I would do the vitamin C with the creatine pre-workout, except the only difference is I'm taking the vitamin C pre-workout and post-workout, 1,000 milligrams. So like a bookend, 1,000 pre, 1,000 post. And then the same thing with L-carnitine tartrate, 1,000 milligrams pre, 1,000 milligrams post. The vitamin C, you know, the reason I was using 2,000 milligrams, I went up, was I'm a big guy and I'm doing a lot of hardcore heavy training. I felt it for the soreness. It was awesome and it made me feel good. All right, so, and you can use tons and tons of vitamin C. It's not toxic to your body, okay? So just make sure you mix it with enough water, otherwise you get a little bit of you can have some stomach acidity. All right, so so that's what we did. So L-carnitine tartrate, 1,000 milligrams pre-post workout, same as the vitamin C. Zinc, I moved zinc in and out. You know, typically for a while, for a long chunk of time, I was doing like 25 milligrams a day to basically increase growth hormone output to the maximum, because I'm producing my own natural growth hormone, right? But the thing is that once I'm eating pounds of red meat a day, how much more benefit is 25 milligrams? Debatable. Should I still be taking it every other day? I probably should be, all right? But, you know, so zinc, you know, ideally, you want to be taking zinc 25 milligrams a day, or at least every other day, okay? Even if you're eating a lot of meat, just for some additional HGH release. Oh, I'm sore. Let's see here. Protein. Oh yeah, that's one thing I didn't talk about. Nutrition. Protein. You guys already know about my whey protein. I talked about this at length. We've got the best protein in the world, honestly, guys. My protein is on Amazon right now for, what is it, 5 pounds for $47. There's only one ingredient. It's 100% pure whey protein concentrate, Wisconsin whey protein concentrate. Tastes great by itself. There's 30 grams of protein per scoop, like no fat, like no carbs. It's amazing stuff, and I would just use that, you know, typically post workout, before I had my meal, and just whenever, you know, if I didn't have time to eat, or I needed, you know, go here, go there, do whatever, meal replacement when I was hungry to get my protein in, just have a scoop. And you know, like I said, there's like almost no fat, no carbs in that, 30 grams of protein. So I counted that with the carnivore, okay? I counted that right along with the carnivore. There's no problem with that. So that was as needed. Let's see here. And again, just to address this for the 100th time for the people that haven't watched my content, is that whey protein concentrate is by far superior to whey protein isolate. Why? Because whey protein concentrate lasts up to 2 hours in the bloodstream versus whey protein isolate only an hour. Okay, whey protein concentrate is twice as good as building muscle, burning fat. And the thing is, it spikes up almost just as high as whey protein isolate. So it doesn't even matter. All right, so okay, that's it, guys, for nutrition, training, hormone supplements. Let's run through, guess what, guys? Let's run through lifestyle for you guys, and then we're out of here. So this is what you guys need to know for lifestyle. This is super important. This is what the day in the life of the Seth Spartan looks like for me, all right? This is what we did. Lifestyle. Wake up. Wake up having slept anywhere from 8 to 9 hours total, okay? 8 to 9 hours of sleep total. Wake up, immediately pray, read a little bit of the Bible, and immediately after that, caffeine, okay? I should have included that in supplements, actually. So caffeine was 100 to 150 milligrams of a caffeine tablet. Shake it up, dissolve it in water, boom, pound it down. And that was taken with my creatine mono, vitamin C, and L-carnitine tartrate a lot of the time, okay? Sometimes I'll take it before I take the other stuff, but it's around the same time, okay? So wake up, pray, read the Bible, caffeine immediately, take my other pre-workout supplements close to that time, go to the gym. Oh, wait, hang on. Let's try this again. Wake up, pray, read the Bible, and then caffeine and my other supplements, and also the ipamorelin, the ipamorelin CJC 1295 DAC pre-workout, okay? Pre-workout right before I get out the door, okay? And most of the time, you know, I would take the all the pre-workout supplements, the creatine, vitamin C, L-carnitine, either right before I leave my house or right when I get to the gym, okay? You guys choose what you want to do. So everything I took right when everything that I take right when I wake up, what I take, caffeine, and then right when I wake up or right before I train at the gym, I'm taking creatine, vitamin C, L-carnitine tartrate, okay? Fasted still, okay? Fasted. And also I take, you know, this is also right before I leave the house, I'm taking, right before I leave to go to the gym, that's when I take the ipamorelin CJC 1295 DAC. Unless I need to sleep a little bit more, I'll take that. Then I'll get an hour more sleep and then go to the gym. But it's sometime pre-workout. Okay. So that's what we did. Get to the gym, hot tub hot tub until I'm nice and warm, not until I'm dying, but nice and warm, my heart's beating, I'm nice and cooked, okay? Why? Because hot tubbing sends your HGH level through the roof. It also sends your HGH level through the roof. It opens up all your blood waste, tons of nitric oxide release, opens up, you get a crazy pump. So huge HGH release, huge nitric oxide release, and I'm nice and warm, and it burns as many calories as walking, okay? You can look at the medical studies with hot tub use. So hot tub pre and post workout. Then I go and I train, get changed, train hardcore like I already described. Then I hot tub post workout to burn some extra calories and for the same benefits I already described. Come home from the gym and make sure you're hydrating adequately. Came home from the gym, half an hour to an hour nap, typically around a half an hour is fine, just to, relax after this Dorian Yates style training. And Dorian Yates did the same thing. He talks about, when he comes home from the gym, he always lays down just for a little bit to, just let everything kind of reset after I get about a half an hour nap in. And then I do all my work that I need to do for the rest of the day, okay? When I get up from my nap, then I'll have 50 to 100 milligrams of caffeine again, and just work, whatever 8 hour, whatever hours I want, and then maybe relax for an hour in the evening, go to bed. But that's pretty much what the lifestyle looks like. So anywhere from 8 to 10 hours of sleep per night, feel great doing that. And guys, really, sleep is the big secret to getting shredded and staying big and happy, all right? One thing sleep does is sleep increases leptin sensitivity. So what does that mean? Higher leptin sensitivity and more leptin in general means you don't crave food as much. You don't have to eat as much. The fat comes off way faster. So that's a big secret with dieting. If you want to get super ripped, sleep more. Sleep as much sleep. Sleep is the best thing for muscle growth, fat loss, performance, feeling good, being your best, okay? Being that your best, baby. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So guys, once again, I'm Seth Spartan. Stay safe, stay healthy. Guys, honestly, from me to you, I hope you've really enjoyed this Real 10% Body Fat series. I wanted to show you guys how anybody, what you have to do, what it takes to get to a real 10% body fat and stay there. Giving you guys everything: nutrition, training, hormones, supplements, and lifestyle. And we've done that. So guys, I'm Seth Spartan. Enjoy the beautiful day. It is super bright out here, by the way. Super bright out here. I don't usually like wearing sunglasses, but it's bright out. So guys, enjoy the wonderful day. Again, thank you guys, fans, followers, everybody, for sticking along with me. Those that you stuck along from the beginning. And also, guys, thank you. Thank you. And also, again, I really hope you've enjoyed this series and you've loved the results I've gotten. So now it's time for you to replicate this stuff. If something just feels off after you're doing it for a while, feel free to tweak things. But guys, this is really the base for getting the best shape of your life and staying there. It's not that hard. All right, guys, Seth Spartan, stay safe, stay healthy. Summary video for the Real 10% Body Fat series, and we are out of here. Seth Spartan out. Boom.